Don't lie, that boy Adam22 talking that divorce talk sound like Lena might be on her way out the door. I hope not, man, because they got a baby, and I'm always for a baby keeping a family. But let's see what Adam's talking about.
Find yourself with like a big realization that you haven't treated your woman the way that you should be. Like, have you ever had like moments where you just kind of like land on this like realization of like, fuck, like.
Yeah, I mistreated a lot of bitches. I mean, if that's what you asking.
Yeah, sure.
Yeah.
I think we all do.
I do better these days.
But that you felt bad about.
I feel bad a few times. I'm better. I'm way better these days. You know what I'm saying? I'm a mature munchie.
I feel like some you feel bad about, some you don't.
Doesn't it suck though when you feel bad about treating a woman, a certain way, and then you find out that you should have treated her worse?
Yeah.
I've been there too.
Well, you always found.
Damn, bitch! I should have cheated.
Now you talking.
I should have cheated way more, ho. I should have. Hey, boy, I should have fucked your sister. I should have went crazy.
Bad shit once the relationship over. You be like, I wasn't the bad guy.
Right,
You know what I'm saying?
sure.
When everything over, like you find out everything. Oh, that bitch, you got hit at that party.
Yeah, I had a woman that literally made my life hell for like 2 or 3 years, and she just claimed that I was. Oh, you're always shit. I'm like, man, I told your ass what I was gonna do, but here no there. And then it comes out like, oh, bitch, I should have did way worse to your ass. Man.
Way worse.
You know what I'm saying? And they're not going to take accountability for when they get caught. It's just like, okay, so what's this? Oh, well, I did it because you did it. Nah, bitch, nah. It's a whole different stuff.
Get back.
Yeah, so, sometimes you feel sorry, like, damn, maybe I could have been a little more empathetic. But then it's like, you find out the real her, like, oh, nah, bitch, I should have turned up times 10.
Man, that Beyonce lemonade thing, that shit made me do some reflecting.
No,
like,
Really?
For sure, because we were in
On the project.
It was
Because that's the one that was inspired by Jay-Z cheating on her, essentially, right? Yeah.
Yeah, and so I was super lustful, adultery type husband, boyfriend, whatever.
Oh, really?
And so
You've been with your girl for how long?
17 years.
Okay.
And so that shit,
I'm sure my girl would love the Beyonce Lemonade reference to this conversation.
like I had never looked at my behavior like it was like evil or like I was like, I'm just being a man doing this is what we do. But then there was a song where Beyonce said, "What a wicked way to treat the woman who loves you." And for some reason that word wicked, it stuck. I was like, fuck, am I being fucking evil? Like this some wicked
They see
shit?
it as evil.
They see it as evil.
Sure.
And once I started, I was like, oh shit. She kind of hit a nerve with me. You know what I mean? Like you ain't treating the woman that loves you the most, that treats you the best in life.
Yeah, you don't see what you're doing as wrong. You just see what you're doing as, hey, this is what's right for me.
Yeah.
Right? You don't see it as something that's a direct shot at her. She sees it as a barrage because you're not conducting yourself the way that she envisions you conduct yourself.
And
so part of it is a woman being controlling, but the other part of it is the fact that this woman is under fire because the things that you're doing to her are inadvertently disrespectful.
No, that's true. That's true. And when a woman's fed up, it ain't nothing you can do about it. It's kind of like running out of love, and it's too late to talk about it. But you have to make sure that you're always treating your woman with the care that it took you to get her. And I feel like as men, sometimes we forget that. But this ain't about me and my problem. This is about Adam22. And apparently he got some things to get off his chest about a potentially failing relationship with Lena, God forbid.
Upholds you like in this high regard, and she's doing the most support for you. How the fuck can you treat this person bad? You know what I mean? That shit fucked me up.
And I think that a lot of us kind of tend to do the same thing where you go to the bank, you're all smiles with the bank teller. Hey, lady I never met. Hi, how you doing? Nice to meet you. Yeah, blah, blah, blah. You're cool to the fucking barista at Starbucks. You're going to smile at them and give them a tip and shit like that. But then I think a lot of us kind of like use our home environment as like the place to basically take it for granted that this person's not going anywhere and that they're just going to be around. And this is where you get to be your ornery, fucking salty version of yourself. And yeah, like me and my girl had like a conversation.
Yeah, I don't have that problem. That's a you thing. I'm not ornery or salty. I'm a pretty content person.
Like that, like sort of recently where she was just like, she's like, sometimes I don't know if I want to be in this relationship because I feel like you just like, don't communicate with me in the way that I feel like I deserve or that I should be treated by the guy that I've chosen to live my life with.
Yeah.
And I'm not gonna lie, she like said stuff like that to me before, but it like really just hit me. And obviously I'm leaving out a ton of fucking details about various elements of this fight. But like it just hit me like a fucking freight train of just like, you're the person who's like been there for me for 10 years that like realistically like everything I have in my life I have nobody to thank more than you.
Yeah.
And it's like, I should.
Adam acting like somebody who girl left. This is a conversation of somebody who wants that girl to come home, and you finna go talk about it on the pod. That way she can hopefully see a clip, feel sorry for you, and come back to the crib.
Enter into every single exchange and every single interaction with you, leading with that like kindness that you so obviously fucking deserve.
Right.
And that you've like, sometimes it almost feels like she's kind of like gotten just kind of like used to like not expecting more. And that in itself is like so unbelievably depressing and just so shitty.
Yeah, she's expected a lower standard now.
Yeah.
Like her expectation of you is like a lower standard. There's this cold interview from back in the day with James Baldwin and Mona. I forget the woman's name, but James Baldwin's like the black activist back in the day. And he's telling her, like he's speaking to her, like I come home. I'm the way I am because I come home and I have to lie to the world out there and deal with these bosses and deal with all this bullshit, and I have to be my best self out there.
Yeah, and then he's like, I want to come home and be free and blah, blah, blah. And then the wife is like, well, if you love me, come home and lie to me to make me happy the same way you lie to them to make them happy. It's a crazy paradox.
And so when I come home, I'm fed up with the world. And the woman was like, well, shit, come home and fucking lie to me too. You know what I mean? Fucking lie to me. If we're the value, if we're the ones that you value, why the fuck are you not faking your happiness here?
I got a good question.
Nah, you shouldn't have to though.
But that's what she's saying. Why are you faking it out there? You shouldn't have to do that. You shouldn't come home with some bullshit, using up all your good energy
Yeah, if you're gonna fake happiness somewhere, fake it at the house.
out there in the world, but then you bring all your bad energy here.
But do you think that it's ever enough for a woman? Do you think that how you treat your wife, the lifestyle that you have provided for your family, is it ever enough, or do women have a constant thirst for more?
But okay, I'm gonna tell you something that my wife said to me at a certain point when it's probably like more like in COVID and like she's like really taking care of the kid all the fucking time. The kid is super young, so it's like way more work to take care of the kid. And then meanwhile, I'm literally just going into the office like 10 hours a day and just podcasting. And then I'm coming home high as fuck, realistically, smoking a bunch of blunts and shit towards the end of the day. And then I come home and I'm just useless. And I'm just like, I'm not thinking, how can I have a conversation with her that's going to make her feel like...
You know what? Adam's had this conversation about Lena before, and nigga, it's not like she's sick of you, bro.
Supported as a parent. I'm just like, oh, I'm home, so I'm going to fucking vegetate in front of the TV and watch this fucking 1090 Jake video or whatever, And it's like... I honestly feel like in the last like few weeks, I kind of just had like an epiphany of like how much I took advantage of that dynamic with her. And like now I'm kind of in a weird situation where it feels like she's kind of shocked by how much I like pivoted into like approaching our interactions in a different way. And it's like almost hard for her to like accept like, oh, okay, you feel like you owe this to me after all these years when like I've tried to like tell you about how I needed more support or how I like wanted something different from our relationship. And now I'm kind of in this weird position where it's like, I don't want you to like praise me or give me any kind of like feedback about this to like make me feel better about something that I've like clearly failed at as a man, And I just keep telling her every time she's like, why should I believe you that this is just going to be like a big change for you? And I'm just like, you don't have to believe me, but like, maybe in a couple months, you'll like be able to kind of like accept it more so, and it'll feel a little bit easier,
It's surprising. It's surprising that you're being so open, vulnerable, and transparent at this moment.
I know. I told her I wasn't going to do this too.
Desensitized, and
Nah. And it's crazy because Adam now wants sensitivity, but then here's the irony of the situation: when is back and forth, Adam has no real. Sensitivity or no real understanding for anyone when it's somebody else. So now looking for sympathy or looking for understanding is different. It's different. That's all I'm gonna say. It's different.
Your awareness be off a lot. You're very offensive. So it's different hearing this. And I wish I was that comfortable with this conversation environment right here. If I was around some females though, a certain level of females, I'll be, you know what I'm saying? But hey, it sounds like you need to have this talk for a long time.
Yeah.
Now.
No,
Yeah,
I
you
feel
really don't
like
talk about your stuff like that.
I know it's weird, right? But like, okay, there's a part of me like where me and her have had like conversations about like how we talk about each other on podcasts or whatever, and like typically the analysis is like we're just not gonna like go into a shitload of depth. I mentioned Tom Segura earlier. Him and his wife just decided they're getting divorced or whatever.
Yeah.
They really didn't give any information about it, and I think if you really have like a mature relationship, then yeah, it's like maybe you should just do that. Let the people wonder. Keep it super vague, you know, about what issues you're going through as people or whatever. But it's like an extent to which I feel like I want to like atone publicly for it to basically like acknowledge like that. I feel like
Yeah, Adam is losing his girl. Adam is for sure losing his girl. He's on the ropes right now. He's doing whatever he has to do and using his platform as he sees fit to get his wife back. Cause this nigga right here, yeah, it's a flu flame.
I fucked up like privately with her so much that like I just wanted to be like more transparent or real about it. And I want to have like conversations on camera that are
Real.
difficult, you know, like even yesterday when I was talking about how I feel like, I've struggled with like being nicer to people and stuff like that. And I felt like that was like me being a bit more transparent than I normally is, but like I was kind of alluding to the shit with my girl and everything too.
I mean, I think a man's supposed to lead his household. So the fact that you are able to start taking accountability for your shortcomings in that, I think that will lead her to maybe be more accountable of something that maybe she has going on. I mean, it's our job as men to lead our household.
Yeah.
Right? Everybody's following our lead.
And
so, if you are making the first steps towards accountability, like, hey, babe, I could have did this better, we know what the elephant in the room is with you, but
you want to know the bar that she fucking smacked me over the head with? That like this was a while back, but she was just like, at a certain point in
Lynn is sick of Adam.
our relationship, I realized that like my responsibilities were kind of like everything, and then your responsibilities were like to go to work and to like do a good job making podcasts or whatever. And I was just like, fuck.
Yeah,
Like,
that shit hurts.
bro, like, how did I not like more aggressively? All right, we want to really get into this. There's this whole concept of like a woman being able to like live in her feminine energy. You heard girls talk about this?
Yeah, soft girl error.
There you go.
Of course.
Yeah.
And so she sent me this one
This sounds like divorce talk. I ain't gonna lie.
reel. This was a while ago, like maybe a month ago or some shit. And it was basically like a dude, one of these fucking pick-me-ass dudes, who I gotta admit has a good point, where he's like basically saying like, if you...
It wasn't Yada Awakening, was it? I pray it wasn't Yada Awakening.
No.
Just making
I
sure.
don't even know who that is, but
Okay, the guy that got hit.
that's some Atlanta shit.
Yeah, okay, go. You good. No problem.
And it's like, okay, if you allow your woman to take on like a undue percentage of the responsibilities around the house, you can't be surprised when she starts to like take on masculine energy, which is like of being the provider, of being the caretaker, the person who always needs to be on alert, the fucking hunter-gatherer. And then meanwhile, like, if a woman is like really taken care of, if she feels like the guy is actually like providing for her and she feels like she's comfortable in her role, that allows her to be more of in her feminine energy and able to want to fuck this guy, because like that the sexual urge, there's one thing I've learned, is like really like comes from that dynamic of like her feeling like she's being comforted and pampered and taken care of. And like, not to say that she doesn't have to do anything, but like if she feels like a lot of the big stuff is taken care of by you, that you are kind of like leading the charge with the house. I mean, that means a lot more than we might be aware of. I think.
But see that go to like people trying to leave with their wallet or whatever. Hey, I don't care if you're not the breadwinner in your household, you still lead. You feel me? If you can't be a leader, and although you're not the breadwinner, you ain't a man like that.
You know the reason.
That's true. Leadership within the household is not a financial quality. It's a spiritual, emotional, mental quality for sure. Your girl can make more money than you, and you can still be the leader of your household.
The reason why I like me and masculine women just never see eye to eye with shit like that. It's just like, no matter what a man's situation is financially or his living situation, at no point in time do we revert to our feminine energy. You know what I'm saying? I mean, if my rent is due.
Now, I saw some motherfuckers that is operating in hella feminine.
But feminine energy doesn't mean that you're getting pegged.
No, for sure. No, that's
no.
That's what I'm saying.
Okay.
We don't start acting like girls because the rent's due. And, you know what I'm saying? Our living arrangement is unsafe. So is it fair for women?
It doesn't just make you gorilla Hebrew.
To be able to act like men if their living situation isn't uncomfortable?
So, like, I think there's one thing about monetary, right? Monetary is one side of it. Emotional is one side of it. And then protection and support it's like all different sides of what a relationship is. Monetary, I think, really is important, but it's the least important of what a man is supposed to do.
True,
you know what I mean? So, if you're not at home behaving as a man, taking care of things around the house, protecting and making sure that this is safe and this is right. Hey, I'm checking in with you. Like, how's everything going? How was today? I want to know these things because I'm your man and I need to make sure that all these things are together, right? And when a woman sees it,
I agree with that.
You're not checking up or not doing certain things that men are supposed to do as a dominant protector or things like that, and they're having to do that, walk the kid to the car and bring in the groceries and take the trash out, then that's when they're starting to do man shit.
True indeed.
And they're looking at you, and then the house is dirty. They don't feel like fucking.
Yeah, but if your woman doesn't cook,
yeah, that's real. But it all comes into what you believe is necessary or a requirement of your household. Everybody's household is going to look different, but I think it's about finding the balance and finding where it makes sense, where it fits within your own household.
And you cook, that doesn't mean that you're feminine.
No.
If your woman doesn't clean the house or whatever because she's tired and you clean, at no point in time are you going to start switching your hips and flipping your hair.
Yeah,
but if she stops cooking, are you going to complain? If she doesn't stop cooking at all, are you going to complain?
Oh, yeah, I'm going to have a problem.
See, that's feminine energy. What you do as a man is just go get somebody that's going to cook. Like, shit, you not cooking? Somebody going to cook for me.
If your woman doesn't clean the house or whatever because she's tired and you clean, at no point in time are you going to start switching your hips and flipping your hair.
Yeah, but if she stops cooking, are you going to complain? If she doesn't stop cooking at all, are you going to complain?
Oh, yeah, I'm going to have a problem.
See, that's feminine energy.
Wait, Rio said if you complain about your girl not cooking, that's feminine energy? Damn, bro, niggas can't complain? That nigga Rio said they don't complain. Men don't complain. Ain't no complaining in this man's house.
As a man is just go get somebody that's going to cook.
Oh, Rio said throw the whole chick away. Oh, she don't cook, throw her away.
Like, shit, you not cooking? Somebody gonna cook for me.
The whole thing about it, though,
you're not ever supposed to be whining.
is that it's like the gender, the roles in the relationship don't need to necessarily like abide by what's like male coded or feminine coded. Sure. Like I came home from work over the not work, but I came home on the weekend, on maybe Friday actually, and the whole house is dirty as fuck. And because my kids' friends had been over and they're playing, and like literally they got a 3-year-old, so like literally everything in the closet is taken out or whatever. And it's like I immediately like kind of felt like shit because I realized like this is a situation that a year ago or a couple years ago I probably would have just like sat down on the fucking bed and like watched some shit on YouTube and not really thought about it.
Yeah.
And instead I fucking snapped into the motion and fucking cleaned the whole house and like basically did everything.
Look at you, Adam, taking care of the space that you also occupy like a human. That's right. Look at you. Proud of that.
Thing I could to like try to make it so like, all right, when she comes home, she's not going to feel like she has this like, she probably already has 10 things in her head that she feels like she needs to do. At least I can like take care of these things that are like big and obvious before she gets home. And it was like she got home and seemingly like didn't even really like know that the house was a huge disaster. And like I didn't like go out of my way to like ask for credit or anything like that. I'll give you the most easy example that she like kind of mentioned one time is like, you're going somewhere on a trip, you're on vacation, you go to fucking LAX. It's like one of these people, you or her, is gonna like have the ticket on your phone, have the fucking the gate information, the one,
the itinerary type shit.
Yeah, it's like kind of like one person needs to take the charge on this. You're just not gonna both be doing it in equal measure or whatever. And like way too many times I've just been checked the fuck out. I'm like doing something on my phone. I'm like playing fucking Pokemon, whatever. And it's like, you're really like setting yourself up to like not have her, feel comfortable and taken care of if you as a guy are like all. And granted, like,
no, I'm not gonna lie. Whenever I travel, my girl be having a whole itinerary. I be carrying the bags and all that kind of stuff, but she's responsible with the tickets. That's why she over here laughing.
If your relationship is like pretty even in that regard, like she's probably fine with like taking on that role a good chunk of the time. But if it's like really one-sided, you're just kind of like asking for a situation that is not ideal.
No, most definitely.
Yeah.
The moment that a woman believes that her man or sees that her man's not functionable or her man's not able to protect and provide for her in a substantial way, that's when the respect is about to walk out the door.
Mm-hmm.
And when a woman doesn't respect her man, it can get extremely, extremely sticky in murky water.
So are we saying that Linda the plug doesn't respect Adam? Is that where this is going? There's no respect for Adam in the house?
For sure.
So, for sure. You definitely got to have some awareness of, hey, man, am I doing a good job? And that comes with communicating with your partner. You know?
And it's a self-check. Yeah. It's like a diagnostics on yourself. You're doing a diagnostics like, what am I bringing to the table? Am I doing enough? And I think at a lot of times, we don't do self-audits. Yeah. You know what I mean? Like, we don't be doing audits of ourselves like, shit, maybe I got a little lazy, or maybe I need to start working out more, or this and that. I've gotten real content with life and this and that. Like, I need to continue to date my wife. I need to continue to let her know how beautiful she is and why she's amazing and why I chose her so many years ago.
Yeah.
And it's just, women just need those little small things. And it doesn't take much. It's just that we be so absent-minded at times and so head down focused on building shit because men are trying to build empires and do all this shit. And then we forget that our queen needs to be treated like a queen. Amen. You know what I mean? Because she is one. But I don't think it's something just singularly or individually affect you. I think most men have to deal with that, like those check-ins, like, okay, let me do a little bit more here. Let me take her on a date. Let me take her on vacation and things like that. But I think it's good that you finding that space now and realizing it before it's too late.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Because I've lost loyalty in a relationship. You know what I mean? And I've lost trust. When you see the trust leave, you see a different fucking person.
Almost definitely.
You see a different person.
Now, I feel like this is where Rio shines in these types of conversations. But again, it definitely just sounds like ADAM22 needs to do better at home before he go around and not have a home to do better at.
And you met like, oh shit, that's what the perfect relationship was. I fucked that up. You know what I mean? And having the self-awareness to step up to the fucking plate and be like, you know what? Let me be better for my wife. And then your relationship is going to go to a different level.
And disclaimer, we're talking about wives. We're not talking about hoes and bitches and sluts, okay? We're talking about wives. It's a difference.
Well, okay, that's some real shit, though, because I do think that, like, okay, as guys, when you're with your friends or whatever, especially when you're younger, it's like you really cultivate this environment where you're almost like your rank in the crew is a lot of times sort of like correlated to like who's the most heartless, the rudest, has like the driest, most sarcastic comedy. You take pride in like being able to say something really shitty to your friend and like he knows that he's got to roll with the punches, whatever. And even beyond that, like, you know, like on the podcast, same fucking deal. It's like kind of there's a lot of like boisterousness and toughness or whatever. And I think like that's like a big like realization. It's just like you just like you're in a relationship with somebody who's like genuinely really sensitive and doesn't. You just don't need to like be using the same toolbox to interact with her that you are with everybody else. I remember
Don't turn your wife into doughboy.
Wow. Yeah.
Don't turn your wife into doughboy. It's crazy.
That's here, bitch.
Yo, if my bitch had like any doughboy.
Damn, that's super disrespectful. Doughboy, you need to find a new job, bro. The disrespect towards you is wild.
The characteristics, I would have been out the door so fucking long. Yo, I had a lot of doughboy ass bitches in my life. I'm not gonna lie, they didn't last long. They got the walking papers real quick. Yeah.
Shit.
No, okay. I'm as long as we're being like super custers right now, I'm just gonna like which I shouldn't even characterize it that way, but I think it's good that we're able to have conversations like this from time to time. But I remember one time like me and my girl did a couples therapy, but we did it with like my usual therapist, which is like maybe not the best idea because they already kind of got a dog in the fight if they've been talking to you for years, and then you sit down with them with your girl or whatever. And I just like remember that my therapist kind of gave me like homework after. She's like, I want you to find, and obviously like my failings as a dad ended up becoming part of this conversation, like with the therapist, and like she's like, I want you to find a dad that you respect and that you look up to who talks about being a dad, whether it's a blogger or a TikToker or a guy on Instagram or a podcaster or whatever. And like, I want you to like find someone like that and then like really like read a bunch of their shit and then come back and like tell me what you learned or like what you found interesting or impressive or like what you feel like you need to work on. And I remember her like saying that to me, and this was maybe like 4 years ago, and just being like, what the fuck am I gonna do? Like there's
shit.
I just honestly feel like I wasn't like emotionally mature enough to like check my ego and just like actually.
You wasn't emotionally mature enough to take the advice of the therapist you pay for? Wild.
They take that homework.
Not taking the therapist's advice when you pay the therapist is a different level of ego.
I mean, seriously, and I think that that's something that my girl's kind of been offended by over the years of like the fact that she has seen me in the course of a day or two become an expert on a topic that realistically does not have any utility in my life, that is just something I'm interested in. Oh, there's this rapper that I didn't know anything about, and now I know everything about him 2 days later. And like, I just feel like that's stood out to her over the years of like, fuck, like maybe, I think I just had like this cruise control ass idea of being a dad that just like, I just kind of like recently realized like how absurd that was. And just like really determined to like be.
Welcome to adulthood, Adam. Damn, nigga. I'm 36. You're like 48. You're just now figuring this parenting thing out? Goodness gracious. All right. Well, welcome to the party. We're happy to have you here.
Better in that regard now.
I mean, as a man, she got you. You're a male Swiftie because of your wife.
Thank you, Munchie. Thank you for saying that. That means
like,
a lot,
you know what I mean? Like, you know what I mean?
Yeah, shouts out to the Swifties.
I can't listen. I didn't want to become a girly pop fan, but there's a lot of good music out there, man.
Yeah.
Shout out Audrey Hobart. That's my new find.
Oh shit! And the shit is funny because I in relationships you be like you'll come like this is even in my relationship where I'm like I've worked on all these things. You know what I mean? I've become sober. I've done this. I don't do this. I don't go out. And like I'm like bragging about all the things that I've worked on, right? And she was like, as my wife said, yeah, think about it. I dealt with you with all those issues.
She was with you through it all.
Like all that shit that you said you worked on, I was here with you with those issues. And it's just like they know how to drop bars.
Nah, that's love. That's keeping it solid for sure. For sure.
Time, you know what I mean? And it's just like
they sit around cooking it up in their head all fucking day, and then when they finally drop it on you, it's like really well worded and like nice and concise. No excessive phrasing in there. Wait, but do you feel like your wife gives you the credit for how much you changed? Because you seem like a pretty well put together guy who's like all about the right priorities now, but you also sound like you're kind of saying you were like a big piece of shit back in the day.
Yeah.
Okay.
I was raised by Snoop Dogg. You know what I mean? Like my music that I listen to, bitches ain't shit but hoes and tricks. You know what I mean? Like
we all had to unlearn that. Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like,
some of us are still working on it. Yeah.
And it was like, how many my cousins?
It's a daily concerted effort.
How many girlfriends you got?
Right.
How many girls you got? And it was never just like the value on sex. The sex was never valued. You know what I mean? Like it was never other than collecting more bodies. You know what I mean? Like it was never a thing like you cherish or you having sex with something meant a lot. To us, it meant nothing.
And that, I feel like that mentality, if I could like erase anything from my like childhood or teenage years or whatever, it's that mentality of like, sex is trying to fuck as many girls as possible.
Yeah.
I have way more respect for a dude who's just on some Playboy shit. He wants to fuck a bunch of girls, but he's maintaining relationships. He's seeing girls. They actually have some element of like depth with each other. But if your goal is just straight up like, damn, I want to be my homie fuck 50 girls and I'm trying to
on the belt.
Yeah, I got 6. I feel like a loser. Like, and that really like was like the thing when I was in high school. Like I was friends with mostly dudes who are older than me. And they like, I remember realizing, because I had this one friend who was like a big, tall, light-skinned dude, hella muscular. He had all the records on the track team and shit, which was almost like cheating because he was like 6'8". And
I ain't cheating.
well, I mean, like, he just had like such a huge advantage, like as far as like the track team, you know. But
the track star is a crazy star, but all right, whatever.
And I remember him.
I never went to a school where the track star was the nigga.
Like we go out riding one day, that was the weird thing, is he would ride BMX, but he was so bad at BMX he couldn't do anything. But he was like really good at all these other sports. And I remember him just saying like, yeah, man, I fucked this fucking 300-pound Asian girl last night. And I'm like, why? Like I'd seen the girls that this dude was getting, and I'm like, why? And he's like, I gotta get my numbers up, bro.
Oh,
like he was just straight up about it. And I'm like, this is who I'm learning like how to be a dude from. Exactly. And then I'm like kind of thinking about it down the road, because like then you start to like meet other types of dudes, and like especially when I'm in the hardcore scene, I start
okay, so Adam's just had bad influences around him his entire life.
meeting dudes who are putting value on their dick all of a sudden, like dudes that like really had hoes on their dick and are not just going for it. They're like, yeah, like, you know, I had this, like, this girl's trying to fuck me, but like, nah, bro, I'm with my girlfriend. Like, I'm good. Like, who actually are like valuing themselves, would rather be with the really, really dope chick than have 100 mid chicks, you know?
Exactly.
And I'm realizing that in like my early 20s, like, oh, it doesn't have to just be about fucking as many girls as possible. Ironic for the guy who does porn.
You can be with the dope chick and not the mid chick. That's definitely an option. You can pick dopeness over midness every time.
It's quality over quantity.
Hey, but I wouldn't erase the chapter when I was trying to collect the body count, because when you stop counting, that's a milestone in your life, like Pibby, you feel me? Like you ain't counting no more or whatever. You feel me?
I stopped counting with her. As soon as I started doing porn, I stopped counting, which I kind of regret.
I think it's important that men, if you're going to want to get married one day, to get the playing out. You know what I'm saying? Like, if there's some shit out there that you want to try, and you want to have 2 women, 3 women, whatever, it's important that you get that shit out of your system, because if you take on a wife and she's not into that kind of shit, I think it's important for a man to, maybe sow his oats before he goes, because you don't want to feel like you're just walking away from the game. Yeah, you still got more games to play. It's just like, nah, man, my jersey's in the rafters. I done did everything I need to do. It's time to retire from the game.
I don't want to see any of y'all virgins who are watching this right now just get wifed up to the first chick.
No virgins watching this, but flock
go clap some cheeks, my boys.
I mean, you got to see what's out there. Like whatever that might mean to you.
I wouldn't doubt that there are more virgins than not in the No Jumper audience. That wouldn't be the most shocking thing.
Like, realistically, like, I have just had enough women that it's like...
I didn't fuck shit from Inglewood to Iraq.
Yeah, like, if
Iraq?
I fuck shit in Iraq.
If I never fucked another girl, I'm not gonna die feeling like I missed out on anything. I get it. It is what it is. But if you're, like, 18, chances are you don't have that feeling. You need to see what's out there.
When y'all first started this conversation, don't think because the woman in a relationship is the breadwinner, got more monetary wise, that you got that she the masculine person in a relationship, or you, like, you know what I'm saying, they value, bro. You still, as long as you can fix the problem she come to you with, you good.
Right.
Like every time you got a problem, you can fix it.
Sounds like he's not the breadwinner in his situation.
You good. Like in it's female to female basis. Every female got different needs. Like the last nigga probably couldn't make her come. But you could, you know what I'm saying? The last nigga didn't listen to her while she was talking about her.
These are great things to have in addition to being able to be the breadwinner. It sounds like a guy trying to convince a girl who clearly has more than him why he should be able to be a stay-at-home dad.
Or nosy ass auntie. He didn't want to hear about that shit, but you a listener. You know what I'm saying? You more tidy, and so while she work, you know what I'm saying? The house, come on the house, everybody is female to female is different, bro. Don't think that because a female got more than what you got that you less than, because I always have females that have more than what I had. Always. Always. Like my thing, I don't fuck with gangbanging bitches. I fuck them. They recreational. But like a relationship wise, every girlfriend I had come with a W-2, and they all presentable.
Babe, most people with money throw money at shit to make it go away. Them motherfuckers not paying you because he like you. He paying you to get the fuck out his face.
Well, let me point something out to you. And I always bring this up, right? Most women, they cheat down. You know what I mean?
Sure.
They partner got the bread, but they cheat down. They fuck with Easy the Black Captain.
The help.
How Steve Harvey bro was fucking the driver.
Right. Yeah, with the convenient that they're spending time with.
Tom Brady wife fucking the goddamn personal trainer.
Cassie fucking the trainer.
So we up out here to the next one. Red dots to the left. You know the rest. Say a prayer and be blessed. We go.